Well, the Electoral Commission is optimistic of capturing about 70,000 new voters onto the electoral roll in its Mop-Up voter registration exercise, which begins today. Well, the three-day exercise is to give persons who turn 18 after the recent limited voter registration exercise an opportunity to have their details captured onto the voters' roll. Now, people who could not register previously can also take advantage of the exercise. Addressing a news conference in Accra, Deputy Chairman of the EC in charge of operations, Samuel Tete, said the Commission had designated its 268 district offices, 26 public universities and 41 prison centers across the country for the exercise. Now, we will touch base with our reporters on the ground shortly, but first, here is a wrap of that news conference put together by my colleague Michael Ashali.
In the last limited voter registration exercise, the Electoral Commission registered more than 100,000 eligible voters. The exercise spanned 21 days. However, not all eligible voters were able to make it onto the electoral roll. The EC says in August it will give all such persons the opportunity to register in the mop-up exercise.
Currently, there are 18,681,366 provisional registered voters, and we emphasize that these figures are provisional. As part of measures to ensure an all-inclusive voters register ahead of the 2024 general elections, the Electoral Commission is organizing a mop-up voter registration exercise to give opportunity to eligible persons who could not register and those who have turned 18 years since the limited voter registration exercise. This mop-up registration exercise will be conducted online. So if you are already a registered voter, our system will flag you out. The mop-up voter registration exercise will take place from Thursday, 1st August to Saturday, 3rd August 2024. The exercise will take place at all the 268 district offices of the Commission, 26 public universities, and 41 prison centers across the country.
The May limited voter registration exercise was originally planned to be done online only. However, due to connectivity challenges, the EC instructed their agents to register them manually. For the mop-up exercise, the EC says they've made all necessary arrangements with their service providers to ensure a smooth online experience.
Actually had a series of meetings with MTN, and we have been giving the assurance that the internet connectivity will be stable. So that's the main reason why we are not going offline. We will have a stable network, but in case we do have challenges with the network, the offline is the available option.
The Electoral Commission says they are in talks with the Ghana Police Service, which has also agreed to provide round-the-clock protection at all registration centers to ensure no violence is marked.
Political parties are allowed to send their agents to the registration centers to observe the exercise. The Commission expects the parties to educate their agents well to enable them conduct themselves professionally at all the registration centers. We've also informed the security agencies, and they will be there to make sure that they safeguard not only properties but the persons or maybe officials at the registration centers. So apart from the education that we do, we also have the presence of the police.
All things being equal, the Electoral Commission hopes to register at least 70,000 new eligible voters onto the electoral roll. For Joy News, Michael Ashale.
Well, the mop-up exercise begins today. Let's touch base with our correspondents on the ground. They've been at various registration centers across the country. We start from the Ashanti region. My colleague Nana Boachi Yadum is on the grounds. Nana, what can you report?
Well, for Steve, today being the very first day of the EC's mop-up exercise here in the Ashanti region, we've been to various registration centers in the region, and then I can tell you that the turnout is not very impressive. We've been speaking to the EC officers at these various registration centers that we visited, and then they admit to the fact that people are not really coming out to register. Well, they say that maybe they had participated in the earlier registration exercise, but then the expected number to register in this mop-up exercise, looking at the turnout, is not really impressive. So we are currently live at the Asokore Mampong EC office. You can see, well, a number of people are here participating in the mop-up registration exercise. Outside there, on a normal day, or if it is to be the regular registration exercise, we'd see a number of people outside there, but then today that is not the case. These people you see here are the only ones who are around the EC registration center here in the Asokore Mampong district, and I can see that some people continue to come in bits, and we are hoping to have them come as expected. But then party agents are also seated here. The registration process has been going on smoothly so far for as long as the registration exercise is concerned. The EC says that they are expecting a number of people to come as they begin the registration exercise today. It is expected to end on Saturday, so today is not going to be the very last day for the registration exercise. And so from tomorrow to Saturday, they're expecting a number of people to come in. There has not been any technical challenges because they are not using any machines so far. This is the first point of call, and so for you to get here, you pass through the first process, and then you get into the second process where you'd get your voter ID card. The police are also seated, tight security here to make sure that the process goes on smoothly. We would have to interact with some party agents who are here. We'll be speaking to the EC officer here in the Asokore Mampong district to hear a voice as to whether or not they are impressed with the registration exercise since they began this morning. I have the Director of Elections for the NDC in the Asokore Mampong. As a constituency, how has the process been so far?
Well, it's been smooth so far. So far, so good, we will say. This is just a sequel to the limited registration exercise that took place a couple of months ago. And this is supposed to last for only 3 days. It starts today, and hopefully it ends on Saturday. So far, the process has been smooth, and so far, so good, we will say.
Okay, are you impressed with the turnout so far?
Yes, the turnout has been as expected, and we are hopeful that getting close to the weekend, it will even improve. So we are quite satisfied with the turnout.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me get to speak to another one for the New Patriotic Party. So far, there hasn't been any challenges.
Oh yeah, sure, there hasn't been any challenges. You know, it's a mop-up. So obviously we are not expecting anything much. It's just going on as we know it will happen. So we are pleased with what is happening now.
Okay, thank you so much. And so the agent for the NPP we spoke to earlier, and the agent for the NDC, the EC boss Ms. here, she's the EC boss for the Asokore Mampong district, and then you can see party agents going through the process, the ID cards of these first applicants, and they are doing everything necessary to make sure that they do not slip off. So the EC boss is here with me. I would want to speak to her. So far, the turnout, they say they are not impressed with the turnout. What do you think that going forward can be done to make sure that people who have to participate in the registration exercise do come out to vote?
Okay, thank you very much. What I think is that the turnout, as we all expect, wouldn't be too much huge because we did registration just quite recently. I think it's about 1.5 months. So those who have attained 18 years within that short period wouldn't be many. So I think the turnout, it wouldn't be so much huge. So I think the turnout is okay for now because of looking at the time we ended the registration and the time we are doing it now. It's just about 1.5 months.
Well, I was speaking to some of these agents, and they say that, well, if it is not good today, they expect it to be better going forward. I mean, for Friday and then Saturday, they're expecting an impressive electoral process. Are you assuring them of that?
Oh yes, I'm assuring them that if tomorrow and maybe Saturday, the turnout will be okay. But me, I'm not expecting so much people. As I said, for me, I think the turnout is okay because we just ended registration. So this is just a mop-up thing that we are doing for those who have attained 18 years and the very few who couldn't register due to one or two reasons. So for me, I think the turnout is okay.
Have you encountered any challenges since you started this morning?
No, please. If I have not encountered any challenges, so far the process is going on smoothly. Everything is under control. Those who come, as you can see, they are in the queue and everything is on course, so everything is okay.
Thank you very much. Your name, please.
I'm Angela Friose, District Officer for Asokore Mampong, Nasamase constituency.
Thank you so much. And that is the District Officer for the EC in the Aswasa constituency. She tells us that the process has been smooth so far. They've not encountered any challenges. With regards to turnout, she says that for as long as the EC ended registration not long ago and there's been a mop-up exercise, she's not really expecting a huge number of people to participate in the mop-up exercise. But then going forward, since it's a 3-day exercise from Friday to Saturday, she's expecting people to come in to participate. In fact, those who did not register earlier to come in and participate in the registration exercise. As I said earlier, this constituency or this district office is housing about 2 constituencies. That's one constituency and the Asokore Mampong of fact of Foyukrom constituency, and you can see that a number of people, well, quite a number of them are here participating in the registration exercise. The first point of call is over there in your short. Then you move on to this place where I am standing, where the party agents will go through your particulars, and then you proceed into the EC's office where you'd be given your voter ID card. Over here, there hasn't been any chaos, no mayhem whatsoever. Security is tight. EC is assuring us that by the close of the registration exercise by Saturday, they are going to make sure that everything is in line and everything goes as expected. I would want to engage some of the first-time applicants, but all by a process in the BBI come amount.
Which one?
More BBI, quite a number of fast my card ni BBI.
Oh, maybe some me house number.
You know, we are BBI fine.
What shall BBI fine?
Yeah, that's a pa. Me patch my member so by a process no nina come.
Yes, it's very fine.
It's very fine. You've not encountered any challenge whatsoever.
Yeah.
Great. And so some of the applicants who are in to participate in the EC's mop-up exercise today being the first day, everything is smooth for them, and then we're expecting the same thing on Friday and then on Saturday. This is the Asokore Mampong District Office of the Electoral Commission, and we are observing the first day of the mop-up exercise, mop-up limited voter registration exercise. Over to you.
Thank you, Nana Bachi Adam. We'll be monitoring the situation across all our regions in subsequent bulletin.